Alright guys, this is a long play and review for Strike Force SAS from Mikrogen in 1987, and as you can see there, it was actually a full price release of $8.95 on cassette or $13.95 on disc, so I guess this was a full price release at the time. And yeah, well, the interesting title and the box art really drew me in. I thought, oh, I'm going to check out this game when I came across it on a random internet search one day, and it turns out it's a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, which is one of my favourite genres, especially on the Amstrad, and I will play anything like that. And here's the loading screen, which is kind of nice. I quite like that. And Mikrogen makes this game. We're a short-lived company lasting only a few years, and this being one of their last ever releases. And they were notable for producing like the Wally games and giving legendary coder David Perry his start as well. And here we are on the title screen, and a very nice title screen and very nice music as well. As you can see there, music by Nick Jones. You may recognise that name. He did a lot of great music like Afterburner, Rampage, Pro Tennis Tour, Stormlord, etc. Programming there listed as The Biz. Not sure who this is. The World of Spectrum for the Specky version has it listed as Stuart Hibbert, and the game is very, very similar on the Specky to the Amstrad. He also worked on Fighting Soccer and Back to the Future Part 2, but I can't find confirmation that he did this game on the Amstrad. Who knows? And who knows where the World of Spectrum got that from too. Graphics apparently by Nigel, N-I-E-L is spelled there. I'll see it in a second again. Nigel, no idea. Too many Nigels around for me to work out which Nigel this means. So who knows? So yes guys, here's the instruction screen. Your SAS regiment has been assigned the task of rescuing the hostages who have been captured by terrorists in various strategic locations, from farmhouse, embassy, blah blah blah. Missed it there. You get the gist. And here's the controls, which kind of are not very helpful, and I'll explain as we go on. But anyway, let's start the game off, and we start in the farmhouse. Ooh, this looks nice and colourful. So obviously we're controlling the blue SAS guy there on the left, and he moves at a fair pace. As to the sprites, it's quite a fast-paced game, and you can enter doorways into buildings. Single screen affair, but nice and fast. Grenades. There's a hostage you can rescue and pick up. They often follow you, and sometimes they don't even bother to follow you. It's a bit of a strange thing with these hostages. There's a hostage that's kind of bugged out and got stuck there. And use a grenade there to get rid of the terrorists there. So basically, you don't have to go and rescue all the hostages. You just have to clear. There you go. You clear the level of all the terrorists. Kill all the terrorists, and the mission is complete. You don't have to find all the hostages. And here we are on level 2. Basically, it's a very short game. There's only 4 levels. Yeah, it's a good thing that you don't have to rescue all the hostages, because often, as I said there, they get bugged out and get stuck and don't follow you. And there's mines on the floor to avoid as well. Now the controls are very strange. If you press fire while standing, your SAS guy will throw a grenade. To shoot, you have to be ducked down, which is why you see me always sort of ducking. There you go. And jumping is also awkward. You have to be running and then just press the fire button. So I can easily get mixed up with the controls sometimes. And on this level, there's a few sort of doors to go in and out of. You think it might be a bit of a maze, but actually it's pretty short. All the levels are pretty short, as is the game. So it's a very quick long playing review from me today, guys. And there we go. That's all the hostages done on level 2 of 4. There is a time limit. It can be quite tight on this and the last level, so don't mess around too much. As for other versions, apparently it was meant to be on the Commodore 64, but never made it to it. But there is a Specky version, which is very similar to the Amstrad, but a lot slower for some strange reason, and has some nasty colour clash. Now you may see me being very cautious moving between the screens at times. You can this game can throw at you some instant deaths as you move onto the screen, and terrorists is waiting right there. I will show you some examples of this at the end of the video because it's incredibly frustrating and knocks quite a bit of score off the game for me. And yeah, the AI of the terrorist isn't particularly great. I can be stood right in front of someone sometimes and they don't even shoot. There we go. Last level 3 done. And literally now, guys, we're on the last level. Now, we mentioned bugs earlier. Let's talk about a massive bug here on the power station last level. We will basically... oh gosh, that's a lot of terrorists spawning there. Could have been a very quick instant death. There's a missing terrorist on this level. On the first playthrough of it. So, weirdly... the missing terrorist will appear if we die and then replay this level. So let's get through this level and I'll show you what happens. It's actually, again, a very short level, but a very, very tight time limit as well, so be careful of that. Yeah, it's taking time there. You do have a limited amount of bullets and grenades. I'm just watching out for the grenade being thrown there. Quickly move off the screen. There we go. There are some limited ammunition and grenade pickups in the level. Sometimes. And there we go. We should be coming out. This is the top section just above here. It's 2 screens left. And that should be it for the game. So, very careful. We killed this guy. And on the final screen here, no terrorist. And you think that it says listed there bomb as well. Perhaps there's a bomb you meant to defuse, but you can't. So if we go back all the way through the level, we don't see any more terrorists to kill. And now we're starting seeing some corrupted graphics appearing on tier. And we're now back at the start, and there's no more terrorists. Can't get up there or anything like that, or down the ladder. And yep. So we have to basically let the timer run out and kill ourselves. You lose a life at a time. So we start this level up again. And what I found is there's the correct number of terrorists now. I don't understand how that could have happened in the code, why this bug happened, but from now on the game is pretty much corrupted, and I think we'll probably see some more graphic corruption coming up. If not, I'll show you some more at the end of the video. So I'm just being cautious there. Oh yeah, the graphics are corrupted there. Oh dear. And this initially feels quite a fun little blast, but it is very frustrating with the instant deaths, which I'll have a clip at the end, as I mentioned earlier, about, and the bugs really kind of spoil it. Also, it's a very, very short game. Imagine paying full price money at the time for this game and encountering this. Not great. Shame, because it kind of has potential. I like the idea of it. Really though, it should have been a budget release. And there we go, that was the last terrorist. So essentially guys, we have just completed the game. But sadly, we just get looped back to the first level. What a shame. So yeah, this feels very... So we'll just have a little mess about here. Now on the first level, as you can see here, they're not very clever, the terrorists. Look, I'm there and they're not shooting me. Got more graphic corruption there. There's a mine I just walked over. They do get more aggressive though on the later levels. But the AI is not particularly great. And if you want to, you can kill yourself with your own grenades. So I suppose that's good to be consistent. But yeah, it's a shame. This really should have been like a budget release, really, and that would have been kind of acceptable, maybe. I mean, bugs are never acceptable, but for the length of game and how sort of rushed and unfinished it feels. Notice that the grenade didn't throw there, even though the animation happened and we... yes, anyway. Yeah, this should have been a budget release. So, yes, okay, that should be all our lives lost, and we get the game over screen coming up now. Meanwhile, back with the terrorists, they sit down and have a refreshing pint of Foster's. Okay. Rightio. We get kind of a nice high score table here, I suppose, as well, with a countdown. So yeah, this is Strike Force SAS, or SAS Strike Force. It's the name gets flipped around in various places, either in the box art or in game or on the adverts for it. As a review score, I can't really give it any higher than like 6 out of 10. That is probably being quite generous. I do quite enjoy like a side-scrolling sort of shoot 'em up, and I do like the sort of the graphics, the presentation, like on here, and the music. Seems quite a nice little package. It would have been a very nice package for like a $2.99 budget game. So here, guys, we're just going to fast forward through the title screen to get to the demo track sequence. Because even the demo sequence is bugged, and it just shows that this was rushed out because, you know, the programmer must have watched and made sure his demo track sequence worked. And he must have seen, like, basically, this corrupts as well and has bugs and issues. So he obviously basically didn't finish the game. Look, there we go. We've got corruption on the demo sequence already. And maybe it might not be the programmer's fault. Maybe he wasn't given any more time by Mikrogen to finish the game and fix bugs and stuff like that. It was one of Mikrogen's last ever releases. It's a shame that they went out on this, really. And look at the AI there of the terrorists, not very good. So, next coming up on the demo mode, coming to the screen, Task B. So this is Section B. Oh my god, look at the graphics here. Utterly corrupted. And the game actually crashes here. It completely crashes, can't do anything with it. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. So let's have a look at some stupid unavoidable deaths. You move onto a screen and immediately get mowed down. I even had it at the start of the very first level, an enemy spawning right next to me, immediately shooting me at the very start of the game and dying. But there you go. So there you go, guys. That is Strike Force SAS from Mikrogen. A very generous 6 out of 10 from me. But there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all again soon. Goodbye.
So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please click a like below, leave a comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And over that way, there's another video for you to check out. Zypho, out.